When you're falling, I'll be there above all.
I hear dinner cooking in the other room. I might have to like pull away for a minute to go grab it. But at least that should be relatively easy to do.
Just live in an open concept house and have a headless head or wireless headset like I have, and you can cook
Just
dinner while
shout from the
playing.
dinner table. It's like I roll a 3.
Oh well, no, I always brought my food to the desk. But
If there's any girls there, I wanna do them.
Where's the Mountain Dew?
And the fridge, duh.
Dude, I got an ogre slaying knife. It's got a +9 against ogres.
It's been so long since I've had that entire skit. I love it.
I'm pretty sure I have the whole thing memorized. Just
naturally, who wouldn't?
Gallstaff, you enter a dark room. Just like, god damn it. Oh god. Ugh.
No, I cast More Than Guidance Faithful Hound. I did, and I said I did.
No,
that argument was
said
just
you wanted
too
to buy
real.
material components for your spells, but you never actually cast it. I did. Wait, no, sorry. He has a lisp. I did though. Oh god. Oh,
Damn it.
I'm not in the room. Why? Right? What room? The room where he's casting all these spells from. He hasn't cast anything yet, though. I am, though, if you listen. I'm casting Magic Missile. Why are you casting Magic Missile? There's nothing to attack here. I attack the darkness, and then everyone laughs. Oh, God.
Oh no, like beds in the wall, but in the floor.
Yeah!
Best sign.
Hell yeah! The finest sleeping and accommodation establishment in the city, obviously. Okay. So I think, has Arsenal been filled in?
Not
we
yet,
didn't.
but I guess that's what the
Nope.
filling
nobody.
in will be.
Yeah, I asked
I will do
people to fill in, and nobody did.
I guess I could do the last time on, and this will be the appropriate time to get you filled in. So I guess whenever we're ready, then I'll grab some tea right afterwards.
Alright.
Alright.
I'm
Last
good to go.
time on Mutants Masterminds. Let's see. Benjamin did his infiltration, finding the overseer of a section of the wall, and threatening him to never go back to that village, and burst out of the office, out the window, and into the city in fierily dramatic fashion, and has gotten onto the news at this point for it. Likewise, Benjamin also ended up talking to Walter, and has been duly duped in a few ways into accepting him into the group as his friend. He knew him for so long, he even bought his old property. Let's see.
He has an apartment now. It's a few floors down from where Benjamin is. He has a chair, and that's it.
You just have a chair.
Scrap and Walter spent a little bit of time together, getting to know their neighborhood. And Scrap, of course, went and ate some noodles. Everyone got together to see Scrap show off his cool new robot, to everyone's amazement. And then they all had a nice little big powwow about who they did and did not like in terms of organizations. To which the majority said, well, nobody. We like nobody.
He said, well, here's what happened. I just made it so these terrorist organizations declared war on each other. So what are we going to do about it? And then we just stared at him for a while.
Well, I mean, either they continue being terrorists or they actually have a straight up fight for once. I mean, hey, then it'd be over instantly.
If you scroll up in the chat, you can find right past the Batman like horror show there. That's where you can find kind of the generic conversation that we had there.
Yeah.
Additionally, I believe Walter went back in time to encounter the Black Hand to see where they were going and found that they went to, what was the name of the facility? Let me flip to my page.
Okay, Black Hand. I don't think we've encountered those.
No, Blackhand is the name of this dude, the guy with the square head.
Oh
and the
yeah,
bald
that's
head.
right. Yeah, I remember.
He's Blackhand the mercenary.
The mercenary,
But he
yeah.
works for a specific company, which I did in fact write down this time, I swear. Mordhau. And Mordhau
Yes.
also ends up selling to the Order.
I was kind of hoping it would
Mordhau.
just follow
Mordhau
that
is
line.
The Ordress.
what I've been calling MDS is the
Mhm.
same megacorp that I've strongly but indirectly hinted at the fact that I worked for them for a while.
Yes. And Walter discovered, but did not quite share, that the Black Hand has a very strange and bizarre power that seems to maybe be his own.
I was really
At least that's
hoping-
what I interpreted listening to the scene. Whether or
The
not
Black Hand.
Walter shares that opinion, or even shares the information in the first place, is up to him. But we were all heading to Arsenal, and I think we were about to badger him about our opinions.
All right.
I will grab some tea.
I said, I was going to just going to ask, did anybody try calling Arsenal during that session?
Nope.
I don't believe
believe
so.
so.
I think they
Okay.
were too afraid to interrupt your work.
All right. So
Yes,
basically,
afraid. That's the word.
you
What?
did. I was just curious if in character you guys got the message that I put up as just an excuse why my character wasn't there.
I think the problem is that we saw that out of character and decided, no, don't want to mess with that.
That's fine. Whatever. I just curious. So yeah, you guys gonna show up at my somewhat hidden base?
Hidden base that everyone knows about.
Well, I
Well,
mean,
hey,
to be
they don't know
fair,
about the new entrance.
that is one way
That's
to prove
true.
that I know you know me, right?
That is
Show
true.
up at your base and be like, hey.
So are we all just like staring at a wall going, why doesn't it open up anymore?
No, there's a warehouse. When I came in, when I brought you guys in the first time, I brought you guys in through a normal door, and that normal door opened up to look like a basically mostly unused warehouse space, and then I took you guys into another door, and then that was the furnished area.
Mm. So are you guys just gonna let yourselves in?
I mean, I'll knock loudly. But
Let's be
that-
honest. Scrap can't do anything with his hands that is not loud.
I think Benjamin is probably going to just take the lead on this, open up the door and go, boom, baby, hey, I'm here.
Okay, yeah.
Is that Kuzco?
Yeah, you got to try to open up the door, and you find it's locked. Funny
He's
that.
had XX years to try to, to watch that movie. He's probably seen it.
It's the only VHS he still has.
He goes down the street just singing like, it's great to be a god.
And I was like, what'd he just say? It's just a crazy person.
Yep.
Yeah, actually, that door is locked, by the way. So yeah, you just don't go in. And there's
Bam,
gang
bam, 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 bam,
gang
bam.
members around.
What kind of
so,
lock does
okay.
it have?
So I just like jiggle it a little bit. It's like, oh,
What kind of locking mechanism is it?
So if you guys are just loitering outside, like jiggling the lock, a couple of guys, a couple of rough-looking guys are gonna walk up to you. It's like, hey, what do you think you're doing around here?
Trying to get in the door, stupid.
They like laugh to each other, and it's like, look, kid, I don't know where you think you are, but this is our territory, and you best be leaving the properties alone.
Okay, hold on 1 second. I have something to show you. Is there like a can or some piece of trash scattered about?
Definitely.
Perfect. I pick up a cannon and throw it into the stratosphere.
Just throw it up. So they like watch the sonic boom as the can passes upwards, and just like, have a nice day. One of them like tips his hat, and they just start walking quickly in the opposite direction.
that's one way to handle it. We could have just told him we're friends with the guy.
That's the best way to handle it. Now they won't talk to us at all.
I like
Gang
talking.
members.
All right. So about that time, a little light comes on over one of the doors, and then the door unlocks.
Nice.
Oh, I do have
All right,
security
try
system.
to. Boom, baby, I'm here. How's it going?
I want to think the first time around you kind of did like you thought the door was gonna open, so you like pulled
So
the
I
door
just
hand.
like bump halfway into
It's
it.
like,
So I come out of the secondary section, basically just not long after you guys you do your little intro to an empty room, so to speak.
Moving forward to here.
Hey, good to see you guys. Player question. About how long has it been since the fight back
A
in
day.
that town? About a day?
Yeah, about a day.
All right. My character looks like he has not slept nor bathed.
Oof.
You okay there, Arsenal?
Not. I've been better.
Maybe you ought to sit down for a little bit. You got any tea in here? Wait, hold up a second. And he'll just like create a cup of tea and hand it over to you. Here, take this to relax.
Thanks. Yeah.
I thought you said you were. Yeah, it sounded like you were doing some interesting horizontal interchanges. I guess those were tiring, but maybe this is something different. What were you up to?
He looks right at you, and he looks like he wants to say something, like he's got really something on his mind he wants to talk about, and he looks over to Scrap and hesitates a little bit more, then looks over at Walter, and then just completely changes his mind. And so it just I had some problems with the Arsenal system, and it's a prototype, there's bugs.
Oh right, got to work out all the kinks in the product and all that.
Yeah. It just
So
unexpected power surge knocked out a few systems. I had to go kind of deep into it and half tear it apart and put it back together again.
So I suppose now might not be the best time to add more stress to you, but I feel it might be important for you to know that the company you took the suit from also appears to have made his gauntlets over there and his new best friend, and also employs our friend the Black Hand, and also sells to the Ordress. So
3 out of 5 of those are already new.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, 2 of them were new, so I thought it would just be good to clarify in case.
So
I kind of forgot, honestly.
Looking over at Scrap, new friend?
You'll meet him later. I can't really take him through town.
Okay.
He's all right.
And
Good dog.
But Morenhau's been supplying the Ordnance guys. All right. I wouldn't be too surprised from what I've learned after the fact. They've got their hands on a lot of shady different things. But that does mean we can track things a little bit better if we wanted to. We can sometimes, depending on the nature of the equipment that they're pawning off, trace them down to where they're at.
I don't suppose, though, you know very much about the robots they sold to the Ordress. They're very interesting. They're very human-shaped and maybe almost reminiscent of your suit, but they're clearly autonomous.
No.
Well, exactly how long has it been since you've left the company?
I think I said it was 3 years.
Ooh, well, yeah. In that case, you would not.
You might be way out of the loop, then. Yeah.
Yeah.
I figure I've been working on the suit for a while, and also kind of going from place to place, trying to, and that's why I'm over here instead of the United States, kind of thing.
Yeah.
I'd have to look it up. I put it somewheres, but
Mm.
yeah, it's been 3 to 4 years, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
no, I didn't. Section I worked in didn't have much to do with robotics. I mean, even the Arsenal system really was kind of another related division that just happened to be working in the same area with some of the same base stuff.
I guess people there have the same design sense.
Well, if we can get our hands on some pieces or a full unit, I could tear it apart, see what I can learn about it.
Well, given the stunt I just pulled, I don't doubt that they'll send them out against us at some point.
Okay.
Or
Well.
just, you
So
know,
we'll
the
get our
populace.
chance to collect some scrap.
Scrap looks up at him and goes,
She
"Hey,
just like
am I a
says it
joke to
completely
you?"
straight face.
He's like, "Is this my life now? I just get to be a joke, butt of a joke? Like, the fuck? I'm
Yep.
getting made fun of by a pigeon."
Well, somebody's got to be comedy. Somebody's got to be the comedy relief, I guess. And he
Just wait
actually
until you're carried
cracked a
across a
little
town
smile.
via pigeon.
I'd rather be thrown across town. I'm pretty sure it's okay.
Hey, Scrap, don't worry about it. I bumped up the muscle enhancers on my list of things to do, and I'm also looking at where I can put a couple of recessed handles or something like that on the suit, so I can carry you along when I'm flying.
Scrap just kind of like, he
But,
thinks about it, and he's like, I'm gonna, like, this guy's gonna be a monkey, like a monkey bars in like 5 seconds. All right. Thanks. Appreciate it.
But I guess we did have a bit of a conversation that maybe you should weigh into.
All
The
right.
one where most everyone agreed that we hate all three of them. I'm at least am slightly partial to the Children of Liberty.
Yeah, let me
I think
bring
they
it
have the
back.
capacity to change.
The problem is between the Ordris and the Children of Liberty. Both of them have points I agree with and other points I disagree with. It's hard to side with one side or the other. I mean,
Right, I'm not
honestly-
necessarily feeling like joining anyone, but if we
No.
have a list, I want
Like
to put
the-
them at the bottom.
let's take the Ordris. Yes, what they were doing out there in that town was bad, trying to forcibly basically evict everybody and bring them back in the city. But if you've looked around in some of the areas that they've worked in the city, they have done good work.
All it takes
Right,
is armed
there's
guards
still
roaming the
potential
streets.
within them, but they're very fanatical. Right
Yes.
now. So I'm partial to maybe trying to convert them as well. However, I believe Scrap has expressed, quote unquote, I want to blow them all up.
I'm just saying, if they're all in a building, you take down the building. There's no problem anymore. Am I
This is what we
wrong?
call mass murder of civilians, and that was made a war crime about 100 years ago.
As soon as these motherfuckers start gunning people down the street, this is no longer a war crime. These are just assholes, and assholes always deserve to die, or at least hurt. I don't know. But I'm saying,
As you can see, Scrap has very strong opinions.
I am also very strong. I can also throw a truck.
But yeah, I would put Ordris below the Sons of Liberty. I'm still not happy about what that one group did, but that may have just been a rogue faction, so to speak. They did, when you spoke to their superior, they did.
It could
Address
be,
it.
however, important information that I did find out is that there is a sort of organization above them called Seacon. Not only
Okay.
did it create the Ordris, it also currently rules them.
Okay.
They have sort of branch offices, I guess I could call them, with individual overseers that oversee those operations, but they report higher up. But I've never heard of this before, and I didn't have access to it while I was there.
Well,
Nobody knows
could-
much about it as far as I know, right now.
well, we can, between Epic and I can task Epic to start pulling data on this organization and see what we can find.
It could be worth a go, but if it's secret, then this might not come up at all.
You don't understand the kinds of places Epic can get into.
Ooh.
Ooh! That sounds like a challenge. I want to see this now. Put it on the big screen over here. You got a
Alright.
big screen around here, right?
Yeah,
Oh.
of course.
Oh yeah.
I have computer lab.
Yes.
All right, Epic. Let's power up the search engine and get you going on stuff and see what we can find about. What'd you call them?
Seacon.
Seacon. And all spelling variations of that.
Opening Google too.
You kidding? Epic makes Google look like the old web crawler.
Google 3.
Google 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah.
This
Google
time
Plex.
is personal.
Oh no. Okay. So, what parameters exactly are you searching for here? Like, what kind of organizations are you going to be looking through?
1 second. Sorry, had to respond to something.
Yeah.
We're going to start with public records, corporations, charities, and then based off of what we find with that, I mean, basically just going to start with the name and get a blanket information, and then based off of information we get from that, kind of dig deeper into different stuff.
Okay. So, make a investigation check.
Let me get the.
Plus 20, Jesus Christ.
Hey, I built Epic to do two things.
He's a tech genius specialization with an AI. Of course it's going to do 20.
Hack and investigate.
This is PL10 right here for you.
Yeah, that's a big PL10.
I said, this is what Epic does.
Yes. Okay. So after digging through the web without too much success,
Mhm.
you do come across several deleted pages that Epic is able to restore. And on these pages, it looked like they're old Ordrist files that used to be not public, used to be on their official website.
Yeah.
And it appears to talk about CCON just as simply central command.
Okay.
Now, they don't. It appears as if this was also more of a low-level file, but they do have a location, an old location from maybe like 10 years ago
Okay.
that CCON inhabited, and it was in the Berg.
Okay.
So that would be up between Reichsglen and Privnity.
Now, using that address, can I backtrack through ownership and all that sort of stuff to see if I can find any other references, companies, locations? You see how I'm trying to backtrack my way through information?
Yeah. So looking through there, you can see that up until maybe 2 to 3 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
the Ordress did have were renting that building.
Mm-hmm.
But also, if you go a little bit deeper into things like the utilities while they were owning it, it was
Mhm.
consuming extremely large amounts of power.
Mm-hmm.
And before that, it seemed to be a regular office building.
But these days, it's not doing that. It's cut off, or
These
That
days,
machine of theirs was the one that's drawing so much power.
excuse me.
Their speakers apparently connected to each other via some sort of device. I can't remember what the name of it was, but they had a special room for it. I think they just called it the pool. The speakers would connect to it and apparently could communicate via their minds while connected to it, reaching a group consensus. I opted not to connect my brain to it while trying to infiltrate them. That felt like it could have been very foolish.
Probably a good idea. But yeah, something here was obviously pulling a lot of power, some sort of heavy tech. Like I said, is current usage, is it cut off? Is it back down to more normal levels?
the Ordress did renew the rent of the building, but only the top half, and
Okay.
the power draw has been markedly decreased.
All right, so more along the lines of normal levels for a building of that size.
Yeah, slightly higher than normal, but
Nothing
that appears to be
eyebrow-raising.
that appears to be regular for most Orderists
Okay.
establishments.
So they were doing something heavy duty at that location for a while, but not anymore. Could be interesting to check it out to see if there's anything left over.
That could definitely be a good thing to do.
Because
I feel like right now maybe we're otherwise waiting for these three groups to maybe make some move and see if they change their attitudes at all.
Don't expect MDS to change their attitude. They're a megacorp. They do whatever they want.
Agreed, and we haven't really necessarily talked face to face with them yet.
Well, not again with anyone, not a direct representative, but Scrap talked to one of them face to face.
True.
Scrap's not even paying. Like he's either doing their own thing over. Like he's just kind of wandering around, and here's like, Ordris. Scrap talked to him. He's just.
But I do have Cortez, who has agreed to call me if they come back to that village, or at least has the capacity to.
All right.
So if the Ordris decide to disobey the ultimatum I gave them, we'll at least know that. If the Children of Liberty decide to come back into town and do another high-profile terrorist incident and kill civilians, then we'll obviously know of that too, I think.
Good. And it wouldn't take you long to
Intercepting
get
would
there,
be
but
fantastic. But that ultimately depends on them doing it, and, well, having a more panopticon than I have.
yeah.
I have 0, by the way.
So I guess looks like our only thing we can do right now is check out this address and see if we can find anything interesting. But Ordris still owns half the building, so there's going to be a presence there.
That's true, but I suppose as long as we're not in their space, they might not do anything. I have a feeling they probably cleared it all out, but that's just my instinct.
Probably, but we might be able to find something. Even if all we can find is some cables and connections, you'd be surprised at what kind of things you can figure out just knowing what kind of cables and connections were once there.
How many years ago is it, and who owns that half of the building now, or who operates in it?
Who owns the lower half of the building?
Yeah.
Right.
The lower half of the building is owned by a contracting firm.
All right. Any connections I can find between Ordris and MDS with them? Even like through shell companies and so on and so forth?
Through this contracting company, Ordris and the Mordhau?
Yeah, see if that contracting company has any connections with Ordris or Mordhau.
The contracting company has made several of the more fortified buildings that the Ordris do occupy.
Okay.
Although it's not an exclusive arrangement, they also build. They've also been building fortifications on the walls for a good amount of time, as well as any sort of hardened police stations or things like that.
All right, so no obvious connections. All right. Well, I mean, besides customer connections, I'm thinking.
Yeah.
All right. That could be useful too. Get some. If we're going to end up doing stuff against Ordris, find out exactly how they build some of their stuff. Look for weak points. Might be worth.
Being caught doing clandestine activities against them, though, would definitely make us a permanent enemy, I think.
Only if we
So
use
that's
that
something to keep in mind. Well,
That's
they
only-
probably already hate us.
Yeah, it's only if we use that information. I'm just saying, if we're going to be there and we get an opportunity to pull some of that information down.
Oh, I guess. Oh, that's right. Not to mention, it is also technically a crime. Not that stopped us already.
How old are you?
How old is who?
Ben. Just a rough estimate. How old do you think you are?
Who, me? About 3,000 ballpark?
Perfect. You've done plenty of crimes during that time. What's one more?
Yeah. Well, more or less, you do crimes against the authorities that aren't just. And that happens pretty often. Or you do them against people that aren't your country that you're ruling.
How about people that just deserve it?
Nah, that's occasionally a little mean. You do it for pranks.
Wait, what do you mean something in the robotic? I need to fix this.
You're a
You're
little staticky.
a little statically,
okay.
a little soft
I'll-
sounding.
I will fix this. I'm gonna be right back.
It's already gotten
Alright.
better.
Benjamin will get up and get another cup of tea real quick. Be right back.
Nice. It's a lot of tea going around here.
It's a very British game, this one.
Yeah, highly British. So let me just make sure it's all
I
correct.
used to do sweet tea, but not anymore.
Yeah.
Well, that's Southern.
Mm-hmm.
And almost finished. Oh, also, do you have any sort of radio detection
Yes, I can communicate radio. I have communicate not communicate. I have senses radio.
Okay. And is that only within your
The suit.
And back.
suit? Okay.
Although I remember correctly, hold on. Let me double check. Check my sheet. I think I put a communication suite in my base.
Ah.
Yes, I did. Base also has communications.
Sweet, now we can start our own pirate radio.
Nice. So, when everybody else is back here, I might want to make a quick announcement.
Oh boy.
You have to come out with your hands up.
Okay, how's this?
You good?
Much better, thank you.
Yes.
Good. Sorry about that. I had to adjust some levels.
No problem.
Okay.
It actually kind of worked before because it made it really sound like you were wandering off in another part of the room.
Yeah.
It was that bad, huh?
Yeah, it literally sounded like you were like 20 feet away trying to talk to us.
We get a lot of that,
I don't really
honestly.
know about this. Maybe we shouldn't try that. I mean, you could all just throw a truck at them.
Yep. Okay.
Alright.
So, as this is happening, Epic gets into some contact with you, and he says, "Excuse me, sir, but there's some interesting information coming on over the radio that you might want to take a listen."
All right, put it on the screen, so to speak.
So he's like, okay, and he puts the radio waves on screen.
Well,
It
he's
was
not
cooler
that
that way.
literal. You know, you don't have to be that literal. I mean, we got a big communication center right here. Put it on so everybody can hear.
Yeah, that speaker over there
programmed
looks
to be
pretty big.
literal. So, anyway, he's going to put it up on the main. He's going to put it up on the main
communication terminal, yeah.
main speakers, I guess. And he's going to, and it's what sounds like a mobile radio, like something you'd find in a car.
Mm-hmm.
And the person coming over sounds very concerned. He's talking about how he requires backup, and the First Central Bank is currently under attack.
Gasp!
Gasp!
Bank robbery.
Yes, and he says there are unknown assailants inside, and so far, all they've been able to make through the smoke is some sort of very tall figure.
So I look over at Benjamin. I guess saving bank heists is kind of Hero 101.
You know, it's been a long while since I've done a bank heist like this.
Wait, you robbed banks?
Well,
yeah,
once, but I've saved other ones. This could be
Yeah.
exciting and publicity saving.
How far away is this the bank that they're talking about?
Maybe 20-minute car ride away, so definitely not far to fly.
All right. Well, I got some stress I could work out. Let's go take care of it.
Okay,
And I go
so they
start
have a
suiting up.
20-minute car ride. I could fly out there, and I
Ben.
think I will, to scout it out as a bird.
Ben,
Yes?
carry me.
Oh, you're right, I promised. Okay, so I will go ahead and just, scoop my arms up under his and hoist him into the air and carry him to the scene.
Did you ever know that you're my hero?
Did you memorize that whole song just for this moment?
Well,
Well, maybe.
Because it's the point where you say, I did now.
And okay, as I'm going to put the scoot on. Hey, Scrap, I'll meet you out in the corner and pick you up there. Okay?
Okay. Scrap just kind of throw his arms up. Just sees a giant pigeon carry away this strange Amazon employee.
I'm a perfectly normal Amazon employee.
Motherfucker, you have one chair. You are weird.
How many chairs do you need?
I don't even have any chairs. It's the fact that you have space and only have one chair that's weird.
What? What's weird about only having the one chair?
Do you have anything else, or is it just the chair?
Just the
Well,
chair.
the chair needs a friend.
No, it doesn't.
That's-
I don't invite
Chitties are
anybody
a
over.
solitary species.
I don't invite anybody over. I only use the chair for myself. How many chairs do you have?
All right.
A 27?
And how many do you sit in? At one time.
At one time. One. Sometimes two.
There you go, then.
Depends on where I want to sit.
Two chairs at once.
Yeah,
Checkmate,
you put your feet up on the other one.
Exactly. Or you sprawl out across the 2 or 3 bar stools over the kitchen island, you're just like, this is gonna be cool.
Yeah.
It's like I'm flying. Wait a second.
Alright.
Okay. So
yeah.
you guys.
I take the now underwater exit and meet him and pick up Scrap on the corner because I figured Scrap would want to try to go out through the underwater exit.
Yeah.
The Arsenal submarine.
Yeah, when Arsenal swoops over to you, he's suspiciously wet, and there's a little chunk of some sort of seaweed hanging off his leg.
Okay. Whatever. Let's get out of here.
Whatever. Okay, so how fast is everybody's transportation to get there? Who's going to get there first?
Mine is speed 5, and I think as we tried to clarify earlier, I think I can go across one of those hexes on the map in about 30 seconds.
Okay.
I think
So,
you're
yeah.
faster than that because I remember you're a lot faster than me, and my flight
Let's
is
see.
6. I think.
It's so funny because I have to go
It's
so
basically
slow
jet
for you to
speed.
carry me. I have to go 4 times your speed. But I'm having you carry me.
Distance rank is 4 miles, so every 4 miles takes about 30 seconds. It could
Okay.
be faster if I double moved, and that'd be if I was rushing somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, my flight. I
Quote
got
3
6
actions to do so.
I got 6 ranks in flight, and my speed's 120. So I know you're got to be faster than me.
Yeah. So, if Firebrand gets there first,
Right.
you are greeted by the outside of a large, immaculate bank.
Ooh.
The only problem with it is there are several people laying on the ground outside with their hands over their heads, and there's some black smoke pouring out of the doorway. I'm gonna take you over here now.
Where would you like to be set down, by the way, Walter?
Somewhere safe.
Alright, so I'm gonna set you, far behind, the crowd behind the police cordon. Probably, set you down in an alleyway so it's not highly conspicuous when Pigeon Man comes flying into the...
Hey, that pigeon just set down this Amazon employee.
I mean, where on the map would that be?
Well, behind the cordon would probably be closer to here.
Right, I'm gonna go ahead and just set my token on the map here for the moment.
Yeah.
But I can definitely go ahead and take flight and scout the area out as, just an inconspicuous, fat pigeon.
Giant fat pigeon.
Fat old pigeon.
Now I'm the proper size, I'm just very dense.
Super dense pigeon.
Just lands on
Imagine
a
a
roof
pigeon,
and it
sits down on, a metal awning, and then the entire awning bends underneath it.
Yes.
Totally normal bird.
Or I'm thinking of the story where they launch. You've heard about the chicken cannon, right?
Oh, I don't think so.
Oh, it's an actual device that in aviation that they use to test various aviation components against bird strikes. They literally load chicken in the cannon and launch it with compressed air. Well, there's a story that supposedly is true that some other foreign country borrowed it and sent the chicken right completely through basically the entire aircraft that's supposed to be completely bird strike proof. And it's I don't understand what went wrong. Did you thaw the chicken?
Oh. This frozen brick of chicken flying to the aircraft.
Just an ice missile, nothing big.
Well, I mean, that's how you test it against hail, I guess.
It's a hailstone the size of a chicken.
I mean, they can get pretty huge. By the way, how many open doors are there?
There is one open door right at the front. The smoke is coming out of.
Okay. Because I mean, I guess I can just zoom through there and back to where I was again before anybody notices.
Does it have like a ceiling, like a curved roof with like glass on top or anything, skylights?
If you give it a quick flyover, you can see that it does have a skylight right in the center of the building, as well as having upper windows that are not too hard to find.
Okay. Would it be this square right here, or like the center of the hallways?
No, it'd be the center of the hallways, because looking down
There we go.
Through the skylight, you can see that there is a large, there's actually a large, what looks like vault that is hanging suspended above the floor of the main bank.
Ooh.
So it looked like this, whatever this bank was doing, it's supposed that the best and safest place for this, the money would be right out in the open. And it is suspended like 30 feet off the ground, so it's not like anybody can sneak into it.
Well, supposedly at least there should be line of sight from like the skylight into that room. Are they messing with it, or is this whole area filled with smoke and not exactly visible?
It is highly filled with smoke around the vault, but you can see it looks like there's somebody standing right next to the vault, but that can't be. It's 30 feet off the ground. He looks like a regular sized guy.
Huh. Does he have wings or a jetpack?
No, all he does seem to have is just a weird bow on his back. You have no clue who this guy is. Wait, no. Okay, he looks like he's wearing this weird bow on his back, as well as what looks like this strange gel-like armor.
Interesting. I've never seen this bow before, have I?
No.
Okay, definitely not.
And it looks like he's suckering some sort of putty onto the outside of this vault, and it looks like he has a drill that's going in on the other side, which is what's causing all the smoke.
Okay. So I will go ahead and send a text to Arsenal while he's on his way.
Have the text.
You just poke it with your pigeon wings.
Still, where do you even produce that phone from as a pigeon?
It is magical transformation, so I just like reach like literally anywhere on me like a cartoon, and just like it pops out.
He just kind of like, it's like a foghorn leghorn. Is like, I has to get something out. He just kind of reaches into his feathers and just pulls something out.
And so I just start tapping away with
No, you have to peck it.
You know what's really funny now is I can see the police sniper on the other roof sweeping across, and all of a sudden he swings by, and there's this pigeon with a cell phone that's pecking at it like he's going to.
Sir, there's a pigeon. Get back to work, Jenkins.
What's the pigeon doing? I think he's checking his emails. Sir.
There's this weird fucking pigeon outside. Looks like Grandma, the damn thing.
There's a weird guy outside. What? Okay. So I will go ahead and send a text like a weird floaty guy with bow. Also, several friends. Civilians still inside. Probably has explosives.
Great. I passed the information on to Scrap, who's hanging down underneath me.
Okay, wait. There's multiple problems here.
Mm-hmm.
How fast are we going?
About 120.
I cannot hear you. What?
That's true.
I'm sitting there like...
Yeah, I still gotta get a communicator. That's right. I forgot.
Those things are freaking
I'll do it
expensive.
eventually.
Hey man, if you get an actual like communicator within 1 mile, it's 1 equipment point.
Yup, 1/5 of a point.
It's much easier than doing the actual communication power.
Yeah.
Although it does have a pretty limited range.
1 mile's good enough.
It is good enough for most situations.
Yeah. All right.
God, yeah, my eyes are closed. Like I'm trying to keep all the dust out of my face. This is terrible. I was like, this will be fun, and like just oh no, this isn't fun. It's like getting on top of a train for the first time. You're like, I'm gonna fight someone. Oh god, everything hurts.
That's why you wear goggles.
Yeah.
I don't have goggles.
You don't have
Put your
goggles.
hands in front of your eye.
Are you telling me not one person has ever thrown away a pair of goggles?
Why would you need
Okay,
them?
what would I
have
need
them.
them for? I'm not gonna fly.
To keep the stank out of your eyes.
Stay.
I was born in this stank.
You
Molded
merely
by-
adopted
You merely
the stank.
adopted it.
Hey, look at it this way, Scrap. Now, if you want to, you can use this as an excuse to have, quote, me build you a fancy set of goggles.
I could just go buy goggles.
By the way, are
But you can have extra stuff in it.
are the skulls dead people?
No, the skulls appear to be these like cartoonish criminals. Like when I say cartoonish, they exude an aura of criminality.
Clearly, not
They're the
normal
guys who are
people.
holding guns.
Yes, they're the guys who are holding guns.
They got the black and white striped black prison uniforms.
Yeah, they're all wearing ski masks. They have big burlap sacks with dollar signs printed on them.
Oh god, hold on, wait, no, I have something for
Oh yeah,
this.
black and
Oh,
white
God.
stripes.
Oh, I was thinking something more like this.
Heavily
Wait, let me-
tiptoeing forwards with every step, even though they clearly don't need to.
Well, they're all Russian, so you know.
Oh yeah, oh no, I'm thinking like 1920s burglars.
What are you looking for?
I don't even know what the hell that is.
I was thinking more along the lines of this.
like
Let's
a
see here.
duck
Where
man.
did I stash it away? Hey, the Beagle Boys from DuckTales.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate. That's pretty accurate, honestly. And one of them calls up to the guy who's standing in the smoke, and he's like, "Hey, boss, how much longer?" And the guy's gonna call down. It's like, "Not too much longer. Drill's almost through." And the guy's like, "I knew I shouldn't have signed up with this whack job." And
How
they're
long until you get here,
I don't know.
Arsenal?
What's my ETA, GM?
maybe like a minute.
All right, so yeah, I send
I'm
it
gonna
back.
do a distraction.
Enough time to kill
Oh.
everybody before they get here.
Just everyone is snapping necks, and it's just like, wow, how did that happen?
If only Hattori were here.
Oh no!
Moving
God.
criminal to criminal, they all snapping their necks, and they don't have enough time to figure out what the hell's going on.
Alright. So I will do a distraction. I will change into my costume and full normal human form. I'll change my defenses a little bit. And I'd like to kind of use as a trick to use my fire to start carving out glass with fire. Very,
Uh-oh.
very conspicuously.
I see this like melted glass and this large hissing sound coming from up above.
Exactly.
So
And hopefully this will get them very distracted and on edge, looking upwards and not where my friends will be in about a minute.
Or just
Yeah.
shooting at you.
yeah, that as well.
It is glass you're hiding behind.
Right, but I presume like this is like, like it's on the roof, there's probably like a small bit of concrete lifting it up first, and then it like domes out or something.
You mean like one of
Yeah.
those
That's
triangular...
sort of how I've been envisioning it right now.
Those-
Like I'm envisioning like the payday roofs.
Yeah, those triangular ones that you just look down into. Right?
Yeah, that would be like the smaller ones. That would be like on the side. This is like a centerpiece,
Yeah,
like a dome. Or at least that's
it is a
like I said,
dome.
that's how I'm imagining it.
It is a dome.
Okay. So yeah, I'm very conspicuously just like drawing sparks on it, like trying to make a huge circle, and literally just taking my time. with it. If that is an okay power trick to do, I want to do it.
Oh yeah, definitely. And doing that, make a perception check.
Okay. 13.
Okay, so they're not too hard to find. Scattered around the floor amongst the civilians, you can see several of the bank security guards.
Mm-hmm.
None of them appear to be dead, which is odd considering like there are no pools of blood around them, which is odd considering all of the goons are armed with like firearms.
They're
But
standing up and joining them, or just
No,
alive on the ground.
they're alive on the ground, but you can see that there are like several like some of them have scorch marks on their clothes, and a couple more have these like welts on the backs of their heads and on different parts of their bodies.
Scorch marks, you say?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Very
you sure
localized, though. So, as you're cutting through, this guy on the upper gantry looks up. He's like, hey, what's that? Weird-looking bird. Kind of looks like a guy. Wait, that is a guy!
Looks like
And
a
then,
child drew the Flash.
Whoa! And then these...
I imagine, like, as he's saying that, you know, like, the cut completes despite how lazy I've been doing it,
Yeah.
and just, like, the glass falls out and just smashes to the floor.
Yeah. And all the guys are now, like, drawing guns, and they are training them on you. And I'm going to put...
51, 52, 53, 54, 55, jump in, 56, 57, hero landing, 58, 59,
Maximum effort.
60, have no fear, Firebrand is here.
And everyone else arrives. Everyone roll initiative.
I have to make dramatic entrance.
Yeah.
My +0 initiative gets a 16.
53.
Too many Christmas. I forgot. You just have so much points in that thing.
This is what speedsters are. They go first.
I want to point out, though, you guys show up. Walter is still standing outside.
Yep.
Yeah, Walter's safe. Walter's been left to his own devices. I assume he's just here to see the show right now.
You might be able to see Kronos in the doorway. Kronos is here. Walter's still outside.
Oh yeah, he's just been casually walking up this whole time, hasn't he?
Well, no, I said I'd probably zoom through the place without being noticed. So I assumed that happened. But I just left myself at the door because when you're constantly moving, why stop any one place?
Right.
Yeah.
I would, of course, have to ask, does this form proc divine senses given the name?
Well, no. I'm not.
No, okay.
You already
just have a cool name.
You already
He's just
checked
a
that.
poser.
You checked
well,
that.
that's the thing. I don't know if like there's a morph thing going on or not.
Well, I'm just saying no.
You know, it's like you're mild-mannered Dexter ambulance driver, and then you turn into Thor.
Well, that's what I'm saying though. When these guys show up, if they see him, Walter's still outside. You can still see Kronos right here.
Yep. So I totally think they're two different people right now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Literally see them in the same place at the same
And
time.
I'm trying to treat him as a different person.
So, Kronos, I think you might go first.
As I do. And even if I wasn't, I would seize initiative because I'm greedy.
Alright.
Alright, so I guess,
And also, just to clarify with this these two parts here, these are like stairs going up to the upper level.
oh, okay.
So all this is like one large room, including these upper parts.
Right. So we could be downstairs in these areas or upstairs.
Okay,
Yeah.
so technically, like, you could overlay these two things on top of one another? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay. Well, it's a good thing I have wall running anyway, so
Yeah.
I could circle this entire place. Ooh. And these guys that are outside the wall, where are they technically? On the roof?
Who are these guys?
These guys, this one and this one.
Oh, those guys are on the upper level. Like it circles around the actual edge of the mat is the wall.
Okay, I misunderstood that. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, because I thought that was the outer wall of the place.
Oh no. This is the upper gantry. The actual edge of the play mat is the edge of the building.
Oh, okay. Sorry, that didn't play for me. Okay, so so technically, then this is all just one room, and this is just the over. This is just the over thing that goes between.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and that little blank spot there doesn't exist technically, right?
Well,
This whole thing doesn't exist. It goes across. It's just there to let us show, right?
Or is that?
no.
I thought you said those were the stairs up.
Yeah. Like.
Oh,
like
okay.
there's
Sorry, I'm just being dumb.
Wait, let me just.
Yeah, no, I understand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Art
bitches.
What a crappy
Yeah.
contractor you've got. These stairs aren't even at all.
OSHA is gonna have a field day with this.
Regulated screeching.
All right, one last question. What the hell is that?
What tells what?
This.
Oh, nobody know. It's a door.
Oh, is it the back door?
Maybe.
Okay. Alright, now that we've done all that, I am going to rush over to here and punch this guy in the face.
Oof.
Well, I'm trying to
Alright.
anyway.
Make your attack. These guys are literally called crooks, so you can guess how good they are.
Are they minions?
Oh, yes.
Because I do have
Oh
that.
my god. That's a thick old 12 you got there.
Hey, I don't know what's good and what's bad.
You actually missed.
Can I use a hero point?
Yes, you may.
Okay.
No, I didn't miss. Shut up.
Shut. Yeah, that's more like it. Okay, DC 25. So how do you deck this guy?
Just punch him in the face and run along. Because I have takedown
How
2.
do you lay him out?
Yeah, just punch him in the face. I mean, sucker punch. I'm not proud. But can you?
Oh,
I have takedown 2. Can you remind me how far can I get with that?
Did he die?
oh no! Did Discord?
I mean, we're good.
Yeah, but he has had a problem with that before, right?
Oh, he's typing.
Oh,
Crap, I've been talking, he says.
Yeah, you're not able to flash him.
Oh no!
Oh god, he can hear us. Guys, stop making fun of him.
Oh no!
Wait. Can you hear me now?
Oh
Yes.
Okay.
I don't. Wait.
No.
I don't know why. There's some sort of weird Discord lag where sometimes I push the button
Yeah.
and it doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Alright, so
no, I was just saying I punch him in the face. It's a sucker punch. I'm not proud.
That's fair, and it's not strong. It's just fast, so he just kind of crumbles.
But I was saying, if he's a minion, I have takedown 2, which gives me range to keep moving and hit somebody else.
That is correct.
And move by, so you can just keep moving wherever you want.
Right.
But like with I believe I did with somebody else, having super speed, you can do 6 per turn, but past that would kind of be like clearing entire like dungeons in one go.
Well, I mean, it's not like it gives me minions every day.
No.
This is why I ask every single combat. Are they minions?
Yeah. Oh, they mean. All right, so so make that against this boy.
Alright, hold on a sec. I hit the button. There we go.
Oof. No, wait, actually, no. They have 3 toughness. They physically can't make that. Jeez.
Okay.
So if they get hit, they're done. He as he jerks backwards before just turning and falling down the stairs. These guys seem to be a bit confused. That does not hit.
Yeah.
So
I have no more points to give.
Yeah. So seeing the hearing a slight from the front and seeing his buddy start to fall down the stairs, the guy takes a step back just as you're swinging at his head,
And then I'm 1,000 miles away.
and you miss. Okay. So
he's back outside.
Well,
on
no,
to
I'm
this
actually
guy.
like a mile away. So
Bye-bye. So he's going to kind of stop his work with this putty, and he's going to look up at the well, no, not looking up anymore because he did the superhero landing. The superhero landing on the floor, and as the smoke's starting to clear, as the drill has now finished, you see he's actually standing on 2 very large stilts.
That makes so much sense.
That appear to be jammed into the ground, like it is like marble ground, but these like claws and the end of the stills seem to be dug into it.
Right,
He's
they just
gonna-
like sink right in.
Yeah, he's gonna turn to you and it's like, oh shit, just what I need. And he's gonna say, "You there, hero! You better back off if you know what's good for you." He's gonna unsling his bow. Do you respond?
I have the power of justice on my side. You can't defeat me. I say, just just like puffing up my chest, being very playful about all this.
He's like, we'll see about that. And he's going to knock an arrow, and he's going to fire it at you.
Okay. So he will probably hit because I've changed up my variable to be more tough for the moment. And so he does. He definitely hits my 15. Well, Yeah, so I just have 5 dodge, so 5 plus 10, 15.
Yeah, so make that
but
toughness.
I have plus 15 toughness.
Oof.
And I just spread my arms out and go, take a shot at the hero of justice, and it just crashes into my bare chest.
Just
With a
deflects.
little bit of ripple of magic. But that's harder to discern for anyone.
Yes, and just to describe, this isn't a regular arrow either. It looks like it's a blunt-tipped coral. It's got a bit of cork on the end. So it doesn't seem like he was actually trying to kill you.
Right.
So
I'll say, I appreciate you pulling your punches. There's good in you yet.
he's gonna go, you don't know nothing about me, man, and he's going to push something into the putty, and that's going to be his turn. Arsenal.
All right. So
you hear posturing from inside.
Arrive literally anywhere on the scene that you want to.
Yeah. Same with Scrap, honestly.
yeah, because I was figuring I'll come in, I'll come in to like say, well, actually, I'll come in, I'll drop here and drop Scrap off right here, so that he can get into the fight, and then.
Can he though?
Wait, we're
I don't
dropping me
think
off?
he can.
And then I'll pop up.
Get that far.
Well, no, I'm dropping him off up here.
Oh, okay. So right
Yeah.
there.
I was like, all right, just walk on up there.
No, I'm being better than that. Yeah, that's what I meant when I was up there. Because then I drop you off, and then I'm coming like over this way and up because I saw this guy up here, and I'm gonna hit him with my stunner.
Okay. That's hitting them all right. Okay. So let's see here. A crook. And this is Fort.
Of course.
Wowee!
He did it. My God.
So you zap these guys. These criminals, for some reason, aren't
This
very.
is their first taser.
No, this isn't their first taser. And he does manage to take, he sags against the railing, but he does not go down. So on to Scrap.
So okay, let me get the lay of the land here. So this is everything's smoky, right? Is that only in here?
Things around here are smoky, yes.
And you just saw, I just got pretty much, I don't know, I want to say probably just dropped himself literally off. Because like, I'm going to fly, and it rolls, tucks and rolls it.